when I came in, I didn't recognize you without the mask.
The mask, yeah. That's shot myself in the foot really, wearing the mask all the time, but no one knows who I am. But it's cool,
But who invented that? Because now I'm dressed up and it's fucking hot, so I can't believe that in a chemical warfare suit and.
No, we didn't think it out very well, did we? But the reason why we had the suits on, we did a gig in a club called the Eclipse in Coventry, and we were as Nexus 21, and then a couple of weeks later they booked us as a Altern8 gig, and we'd have looked exactly the same. So we thought, to make it look different, we'll just put the suits on. So my brother was in the RAF. He got me 2 of the suits, and I just painted up the mask, and that was it.
Yeah, it was a good thing because everybody remembers the guys with the masks and the suits.
18 years later, people are still wearing masks to rave and stuff. So it's cool.
I think they especially make it for raves these days.
Yeah. So it's it's nice to be remembered. Really.
You probably got sampled a million times. Does that bother you?
Not really. When we did it, we did a lot of sampling anyway. So. You can't really, and they say that sampling is the highest form of flattery. So it is nice, that people have sampled our tunes, remixed our tunes. It's they obviously like them enough to do that. So it's nice.
But you also appear in like a million compilations. You must be loaded.
I wish I was. If I was, I wouldn't be working. But it's it's made me a living, and the main reason why I do it, the reason why I started doing it, is just you want to DJ, you want to hear, you want to see people react to the music that you've made. So that's why I'm still doing it now.
You have to do this because of the love of the music, otherwise you wouldn't keep up.
No. I mean, if you didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't do it, because it's not easy. It's not an easy business to be in, and it's not just a case of playing records. It is difficult to DJ every weekend and stuff. So you've got to love doing it, and I do, which is nice.
Yeah. So. What can the crowd expect from you?
It'll be a cross section from 88 through to 92. So bit of acid house, bit of Belgian techno, some breakbeat UK stuff, some Italian piano, across the board, just old school rave.
With only the real old school rave.
Oh, yeah, 100% vinyl, no new remixes, 100% old school.
That's cool. What do you think about the newer kind of rave, the new rave and neo rave, like they call it?
I mean, it's all new music. There's so many different genres at the moment. And if people like it, it's cool. I'm into what I'm into, and I've got my opinions on certain kinds of music. Doesn't mean to say I'm right, but it's good. There's so many different styles going on at the moment. Fidgets, wonky, and all.
What do you think of fidget? Because that's the real next big thing.
It is. I mean, I don't think it's going to be massive by any stretch of the imagination. It's the new fad at the moment, and there is a lot of old school influences in there. The noises, the stab sounds, and everything. So it's quite good.
Yeah. So you're not going to play new records tonight?
Nothing new. It's all going to be 1992 and older.
What some of the people might not know is that you still produce a lot.
Yeah, to be honest, I've never stopped since Altern8. I went on to do the slow motion, ran a few record labels, did a lot of American house. Then I did some new school breaks for Rennie Pilgrim's label, TCR. Loads of stuff, never really stopped, and then that took us up to like 2000, and then that's when we really started DJing as Altern8 again, and we've not stopped since. But just recently I've been recording some like Detroit techno, real old style techno. I had a release last year on Black Dog's side label called DS93, and I've got a release coming out on Mutate Records coming out very soon.
Yeah, I found a list on the internet of projects you're in, like C&M Connection, DJ Nex, MADM. The list is endless.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. When I first started in 1988, we did an album. There's myself and Dean, who went on to carry on Bizarre Inc. Me and him started Bizarre Inc. up. We did like a load of acid house projects, did hip hop stuff under the name Rhythm Mode D, did C&M Connection with Chris, as well as the Nexus 21 and the Altern8 stuff. So you know, been busy.
If you can choose one of these projects that you did over all the years, what did you prefer?
I mean, it's a close call between Altern8 and Nexus 21. I mean, Altern8 obviously was way more successful, and you know, it's allowed me to travel the world and DJ all over the place.
Except for Belgium, up till now.
Yeah, up until tonight, yeah. But I mean, Nexus 21, that was what I was like really into, you know, and that's what I've harked back to now with the new stuff that I'm doing. So I'd have to go with Nexus 21, to be honest.
What was the big difference between Nexus 21 and Altern8?
Nexus 21 was purely like Detroit techno, and Altern8, when we first started, it had so many different influences. It was pretty much just like the rave scene. It was a vehicle to get whatever was going on at the moment. The first release had influences from Belgium, from New York, from Detroit, all over the place. So there was so many different styles. That's why we started Altern8. So we had a vehicle to put different music out instead of calling it Nexus 21, which was, you know, one particular sound.
Okay. You're never going to record another Altern8 album, not even with the revival going on?
No, there is a very slight chance there might be some remixes surfacing in the next year.
Because I can imagine that people will ask you all the time to do remixes and do remixes of the songs of Altern8.
Well, I mean, for the past 10 years, you know, people have been asking, and because of the way the group split up, there's no way I can use the name Altern8 to record or remix. But if the record labels see fit, as they still own the rights to the old tracks, there's a chance that some new remixes of the old material, and they might re-release the album. They've put it out on iTunes, the old album, so you know that's available now at least. So.
I can imagine that every famous DJ would like to remix an Altern8 track.
There's a lot of people who've said, you know, if they did get a chance, you know, just let them know, and they're there to do it. So, you know, it is nice that we've been offered. A lot of people want to do remixes, so it's just when the time's right, really.
Okay. One more question to end the interview. Something I found on the internet. Is it true that you once refused a $1 million contract?
See that
with Altern8, or is that a ghost story as well?
This was something that the record label actually did in a fit of bravado. They had an offer in and said, come back when you're a bit more serious. And so the record label basically refused it. We didn't know anything about it. You know, if we had done, we'd have been like,
that's a lot of money, $1 million.
Oh yeah. But no, the record label did turn it down.
So that's true. That's
yeah, it is true. But in the end, it came good. And we got signed to Virgin in America, so that was
it's good also.
Yeah.
Another $1 million.
Yeah. Not quite that much, but it was. You know.
Okay, thank you, Mark. It was a great interview. I wish you all the best on stage, and I will see you next time in Belgium. I think we're going to see you like.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope so.
Lovely.
Okay, thank you, man.